Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Still Lead Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement, where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Oh, feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement, where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skillweed Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement, where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Oh, 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 feel the drums.
All right, welcome on board, everybody. Excellent. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with us. As always, welcome on board, everybody. Typical of our tradition, we like to do a quick countdown, then we get started immediately. Let's go. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with us. My name is Akin Badak. I'm excited to be one of your hosts for today. I'm going to be the main host for today. Thank you so much for joining and hanging out as always. Thank you, all, everybody. Okay, so we're going to get started today by, I know we want to do like a Q&A. We'd like to know what part of the world you are logging in from. Tafik in the house, New York. Let's see what part of the world you are logging in from. Thank you, Ola. I see you there. Awesome, Ola. Thank you, Ola. Thank you, Tafik in the house. New York in the house. Let's see what part of the world are we logging in from. Dallas, Texas in the house. Let's see. What part of the world are we logging in from? Let's go. If you don't mind, just go ahead and type Houston in the house. Thank you, Nome. Awesome, awesome, excellent. Let's see who else. Let's see. McKinney in the house. Mr. Saji. Awesome. Bimbo in the house. Houston, Texas. All right, let's see. UK in the house. Awesome. Let's see. Who else is in the house right now? Let's see. All right, awesome. Atlanta in the house. Let's go. ATL. All right, let's see who else. Who else is in the house? Canada in the house. Let's go, Canada. Ola from Dallas in the house. Big deal. Let's go. Johnson from the UK. Let's go, Johnson. Lubbock in the house. That's a very dear school to us. Texas Tech. Awesome. Tunji in the house. Houston, Texas. Let's go. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much for taking the time to hang out. One of the things we hope to do today in the next few minutes, a few of us have questions around cybersecurity, GRC, and I said before we even get into that, what about if we just talk a little bit about some of the trends we've seen in 2025 from a security point of view? I'll talk a little bit about them, then we can jump into the class. It's important to be informed. In the next 25 minutes, we'll be out of here. We try to keep this part of it very minimal. Yusuf in the house, Ghana in the house. Thank you, brother. All right. Thank you, Charlie. You're awesome, brother. All right. Let's see. Another Ghana in the house. Accra in the house. Let's go, brother. Calgary in the house. Hola. Awesome. Alberta in the house. Awesome. Thank you very much. That's the power of YouTube, power of social media. We connect. We're one small family, even though we're all over the world. So, which is awesome. The goal ultimately is to add value to each other, keep learning together, and ultimately do well and maximize life. That's all we can control. All right, let's jump into it real quick. And the reason I love this for a start is I want us to even see what are the trend line. A lot of you have been asking, okay, this whole cyber cyber issue. Let's talk a little bit about the potential issues out there in cyber world in general. So we're talking about what have we seen as a trend line. So some things we've seen is the all of us can agree is an ever evolving talk around artificial intelligence. It's getting much more sophisticated, too real for good. Man, people are making AI model now that looks so real that you can barely differentiate right now. It's getting so sophisticated and it's only going to get better. We're at a point whereby you can think of an emotional movie and you can ask AI to build a storyline for you for maybe 30 minutes movie to satisfy your need. It's crazy the thought of it really. Now with that comes a lot of risk, right? There's the risk of deep fake, people simulating like, oh well, I'm your family, I'm in distress. So there is that risk also. There's also risk of more sophisticated malware, ransomware, viruses that can be built. Because now the entry point to build those is not like before. Anyone can just go to the dark web and buy some of this crazy malicious ware right now. So it's a little bit tricky. So we're talking about projection all over the world of spending as much as $10 trillion, which is very, very high. We're talking about all government all over the country, all over the world. So, in terms of financial industry, government industry, critical infrastructure like your refineries, like your power grid, like your nuclear station, all of these are very significant out there, right? Another big one, so let's talk about the AI powered cyber attack. And I'll show you for each one some general best practice, some use cases out there. We're talking about the potential of using AI powered attack, whereby people can actually make AI models to be like bots and attack organization. So we're using AI to attack, simulate attack. So now the scary part is that it's not just individual we're thinking about. Now we're thinking of potential state actors. So that could be way out of hand. And don't worry, welcome on board, everybody. If you don't mind, jam the like button also so that more people would know we are doing this also if you don't mind. So just go ahead and like us real quick if you don't mind. And the reason we like to kind of educate for the first 5 minutes is so that you can at least feel a little bit empowered coming to this session today. Then we talk about the class coming and all this stuff, but at least have an idea of why we do this. It's important to understand why. This is serious stuff. People are really worried. Organizations are really, really at a state they are really confused. So AI powered attack is a big one we've seen right now. Another big one is we're talking about deep fake technology. You and I today, you can go to different sites out there. You can go to 11 Lab, Pictory, quite a number of them, the script, and you can upload your voice. And your voice can be made to sing, to do lectures. It's crazy. It's really, really creepy, really, at this point. So it looks fake, video, audio, images. So the question is that this could be used from, to manipulate different scenarios. In the past, in 2023, we had incident of deep fake to be like 500,000. Guess how many of those incidents are there in 2025? Same, 8 million plus. So you can tell it's getting much more sophisticated. Now you can imagine some potential cases that has happened on record is someone simulating a candidate for election and making them endorse someone else. So I can find a celebrity to endorse somebody and you think it's real, but it's fake. You can simulate a celebrity to do malicious things that people will think they are criminals. Now you've damaged their reputation, and that's a big risk right now, right? So that's one AI, deepfake technology being abused. That's a big one out there right now. Then, of course, advanced malware attack. Right now, it's getting much more sophisticated. Gone are the days somebody is just trying to write a code to be malicious. They use AI, machine learning, to simulate and get even deeper to attack different organizations. So it's getting much more sophisticated as a whole. So it is really, really scary. There are so many tools you can use to, as best practice, routinely update your systems. And these are some cases that happen in Latin American breach. A malware from Asia was used to infiltrate a country's network. So this is real. We have evidence of this happening right now as we speak. So this is very scary for a lot of organizations. Business email compromise, BEC, is another big one out there. All of us on this call, I bet, have received some mails around that. People fraudulently sending you emails asking you to send some money or funds or gift card. Now they also go further to target specific employees because now they can use AI to create emails that are effective to target specific employee, especially the top leadership in your organization. Then fraudulent action, wire transfer, credential sharing. Now, believe it or not, it happens more than you can think of a whole lot of times. Many times we kind of overlook it, but it does happen a lot. In my world, I've been part of a process where an executive of an organization mistakenly sent $250,000 out, right? Of course, it's not going to make the news until you bring the cyber guys to come in and try and see if we can recover it or to do training and awareness for the organization. But it happens all the time, though. But it's just not going to make the news because it's embarrassing. This is at the leadership. And believe it or not, the leadership fall victim a lot to spam mails. So that's why training and awareness is always a big deal. So, what are some best practices for email? All of us, if we have sensitive emails, for sure, implement multi-factor authentication for sure. Training and awareness is very important. Access control in terms of how do you grant access should be strict in your organization. Then overall, just make sure there's appropriate email authentication in your organization also. Then the final one in general is also nation state and supply chain attack. Some of us might have remembered there are always continuous instances whereby a state would go ahead and attack another state cyber-wise, right? Before it gets into full-blown, physical exchange, the first point of call, especially in the last 10 years, has been cyber first. So a state actor would attack critical infrastructure of a company. They might attack their satellites. They might attack their power grid. They might attack their nuclear stations, or water supply. So you can imagine now people use cybersecurity as a point of initial attack across the board, and of course, sensitive data can be stolen also. So it's important to implement a robust third party risk assessment for people that are working with you in the organization for sure. So, and these are some topics we'll talk about. But the reason I bring this all for those of you just joining is we want to know what are the current threats we've seen in the last 5 years as a whole. Let me recap again for those of you that just joined. Some top five that we've seen that are big all over the world right now. Let me just quickly recap. One, AI power cyber attack. Two, deep fake. Three, advanced malware. Four, business email compromise. 5 nation state and supply chain attack. Those are big ones out there. So this just gets into some specific use cases whereby AI is used for data collection, content generation, and mass deployment of phishing email. So this is serious, man. People can deploy an AI agent to behave like a human and simulate a full-fledged attack with minimal entry point. So that is scary right now. So, and for us, our job is to think of the worst case scenario and simulate and figure a way to protect the organization from those scenarios. I know everybody's thinking it's not going to be me or it's not my organization until it becomes you. That's the reality. Every company you see embarrassed and running around was once thinking, well, it's the other guy. But when it's you, it changes the dynamic big time. It becomes stressful, reputational damage at times, legal lawsuits, class action. So it becomes really, really messy if you don't have a strategy to mitigate this risk in general. Deepfake, another one, it's a big one out there. I think we can agree. And some general top 7 best practice for 2025 for all of us in general. Don't mess with your password security. Always enable multi-factor authentication. Make sure your systems are constantly updated. And endpoint security for your devices, your laptop, your desktop, your servers, your mobile devices. Network security, you're on the network. Make sure the security is enabled there. Security training, you're only as weak as your weakest link. Make sure within your organization there is constant security training in your organization for sure. Then, of course, vendor security, the vendors that are working with you, make sure they have appropriate security for those vendors also. All right. So keep being secured. Those are the key things. I just wanted to kind of put that as a bonus for those of us that just joined to learn a little bit here and there. And I can see Enugu in the house. Hey, welcome, Solomon. All right. So for the upcoming training, feel free to ask your questions and I'll go through the common question we've seen. The class begins August 9th. It's a 6 weeks program. Within the 6 weeks, the expectation is simple. For us, we are very transparent. There's no game here. We got to put the work. There's no shortcut around that. It's Saturdays, Sundays, and on Wednesdays. So on Saturdays and Sundays, the class is from 2 Central Time to 5 Central Time. That is 2 Eastern Time to 5 Eastern Time in general. Sorry, 3 to 6 Eastern, 2 to 5 Central Time. And on Wednesdays, it's going to be in the night, 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time. That'll be 9 to 11 Eastern Time in general. It's a 6 weeks program. The expectation is very, very clear for us. Put the work in it. Our sessions are live. A lot of you ask, do you just record? Every session is also recorded, but it's live session, very interactive. We work in a community a lot. That is the flex for us, really. We make sure that you are very engaged. We simulate real life project scenarios for you, that you feel you're part of a team. Every one of our projects are product of real life project we worked on, or the ones we are currently working on in conjunction with our war room. Do we support after the class? Absolutely. For us, we have a group called the War Room. The War Room is the place we come together and support our community when they are working on project. What about, do you do interview for people or help them to prepare for interview? Absolutely. We have a segment called the Lions Den, and you can check us on YouTube also. Feel free to do that. Very important. You go and just check type skill with, and you'll see us there. You'll see the way we prepare our folks there and just get you maximize yourself. Yeah, we're not of the illusion anything is automatic. We got to put the work. There's no easy way around that, and we're transparent about that in our community. The good thing is that most of our folks understand that the work ethic must be there. Just put the work. There's no easy way around it. So this is the Lions Den segment. Just go there, click on it. We have tons of questions and answers had in the past you can take advantage of. We have this segment, a lot of them. And the reason we encourage you to be part of that community is because anytime you do that, it gives you another level of confidence in any interview. So, which we encourage. Make sure you do that. It helps a lot to get you very comfortable and confident on an interview. The other question, let me see some other questions that folks have asked us. And I'll jump straight to the question and answers so that, and feel free, please, we'll keep this, we'll be out of it in the next 10 minutes. We just want to make it a very interactive question and answer segment. But before we do that, I'll just jump into some of the popular ones. I'll run through this real quick. I talk about the schedule. These are the curriculum as a whole. You can see here we are, going to talk about basic of IT. If you don't have IT background, don't stress it. We're going to go through the first weekend, basic foundational core area we think you should focus on in IT. And gone are the days we can say we are not an IT person because really, guess what? Some of our parents are 80, some of them are close to 80 or over 80. Guess what? They use Uber, they use Lyft. The ecosystem has forced all of us to be part of IT. If I visit you in your house, the first thing is, hey, can I have, hey, bro, hey, sis, can I have access to your network? You give me your network ID, right? I log in. If you're at the airport, we log in. So it's the same thing. The only difference at the higher scale level is that we are at the enterprise level. There are more devices we need to protect. There are more policy we need to build. It's just scaled up. But the fundamentals are the same, really, in my opinion. We get into asset management, vulnerability management, SIMs. Don't worry about all this. These are things that will become part of your language in the program. We get into assessment of each one of these areas. We get into some very amazing framework designed for cyber, NIST framework, ISO framework. Then each one of them, there are subsection in it. We jump into that too. We talk about policy building. You're going to build policies, procedure. We do risk assessment. We get into disaster recovery, business continuity. We do third party risk projects. And remember, every one of these topics, they are very project driven at the end of the day. Then we get into privacy compliance regulation out there. For my Canadian folks, we get into PIPEDA. For my California folks, for residents there, we do CCPA. For my European folks, GDPR. We get into the US folks, EPA. We get into PCI DSS. And every one of these, we are going to do actual assessment. There's also CIS, which we'll get into Center of Internet Security. There are controls. We also test that. Some of you were part of that internship a few weeks ago. We get into that too. And we get into iTrust, CMMC 2.0, SOC 2 Type 2 report, Emerging Trend, AI assessment, SDLC. Every one of these, including critical infrastructure, ISA 62243, which is the guideline for critical infrastructure. We get into next step, which is for utility industry. So it's be ready. You're going to be busy, really. Then we have a tool, a partner we use called Risk Rhino. And to be transparent for Risk Rhino, there are so many tools out there. So we don't care too much about tools because there are so many of them. You can build your own tool, right? No big deal. The main thing is understand the different processes and areas that we would enable in those tools. Example, if there's an issue I notice in an environment, I may want you to have a tool to trigger root cause, to trigger reminders to fix the issues. Those are the kind of things we're talking about in general, right? And you can build it to do different functionality. So those are what the GRC tools. So we just play around it to see one tool. And the reason we do that is that if you're in an interview, they ask you, have you used the GRC tool? Your answer should be yes, right? Because this is one of those tools. However, you might never touch this in your professional life. And that's okay because they are similar in nature. If you can use one, it's easy to navigate any other one. That's the story around it. Okay. All right. Let's jump to frequently asked questions. You don't need IT background, not a big deal. No experience required. We challenge you. Don't miss a class. Make sure if you miss a class, go back and watch it. Every one of our classes are recorded. What are the roles you can apply for? You can apply for multiple roles. The rule of thumb for us in our community is simple. If you look at a job and the functionality or the responsibilities, if you can tackle over 50% of it based on what we've taught, which typically is always over 70%, then apply. That's it. I don't care the title they call it, it doesn't matter. And just apply. But these are some rules. Some of our folks have gotten jobs and successful. And of course, there's an elephant in the room. We'll be straight to the point also. Okay, the cost, it's 899. There's option of 2 or 3 payment. There's payment plan option available. Go to academy.skillway.com. Very easy. There are option of payment and flexibility out there. We don't do a refund in our program. For most of our alumni, if they want to take a program again, we always give them complimentary to, high coupon so that they can still take it, but very discounted rate. We have mentorship community. As long as once you have a job, we bring you into that community, the war room. We support each other all the time. Resume support, yes. By week 2, we start building resume, really, your first draft. And the reason we do that is we don't want to wait till the end of the program before we build a resume. Another question people ask me, are you doing live or you just record and you bounce? We don't bounce here. And common question is, hey, are you going to disappear on us after one class? No, we don't. And not because we like anyone or we are friends or buddy. No, that's not the point. The point is it's good for us as an organization. It's important for you to be successful, for us to be successful. So we are sensible enough to know our success is tied to your success. We go the extra mile to make you successful. No shortcut, but the work, be disciplined, be focused. But we are, honestly, we are even more committed to want you to succeed so badly. We want you, you have no clue how much we need your success story. I need your story badly. I want to brag with your success really and say, hey, I was a footnote in your hard work that, okay, we're able to help you towards your life goal professionally, at least. So, for us it's very important and we take that so serious as a community here. So that answers that for some of you. Mock interview, like I showed you all, we have the Lions Den where we prepare you for interviews if you show up. All right, some people sometimes after a while people just don't want to show up, and because it's a Lions Den where we ask you questions. But the good thing is that it makes you much more resilient, makes you much more focused, and you develop yourself, your capacity, really. So I challenge you for those interview sessions when I invite you to volunteer or participate, just participate. No big deal. Not a big deal. I don't expect your first interview to be a bang, right? I would expect that you evolve and get better. That's the goal. So don't stress that, not big deal. Potential career path. A lot of people ask, what's the pay rate? We've seen in our community, generally speaking, this is the statistics out there, but let me use the number in my own community, right? The minimum we've seen in the last 1.5 years is probably 90,000 that I recollect. That's the minimum I've seen. And I've seen as high as 125, some a little bit more. But that's the range. For a first job, for most of our community, we recommend don't chase the money first. Just chase the knowledge, the skill. Money would always come after 6 months. You're comfortable, you know what you're doing. You can always leverage money at that point in time. All right, community support. We are always supporting our community. Just reach out to us. Let's see how we can support you in any way we can, and just put the work. And we'll try our best to support you as much as we can. Then, of course, we give you a certificate after each of the program. You have access to it. Be proud of what you've done, your hard work. Job search support will guide you on sites we think you should apply to. When it gets to job application, I think the rule of thumb is simple. It's a game of number. Be very aggressive, apply a lot, then we stand a better chance. The person that applies to one job a week and somebody that applies to 50 job a week, it's fair to say the 50 stands a better chance. So I don't know your story, but I know sometimes it's very important to be aggressive in looking for what you want. Go all in because there are other people also trying to explore the opportunity. Now, I'll talk about one of the elephants in the room, which is, oh my God, everybody's, the whole world is crazy. There's a lot of people are afraid of recession. They're afraid of, that is true. There's a threat of AI. There's a threat of the current tariff war all over the world. So I understand that a lot of companies are a little bit hesitant to invest, which is true. Now, the question I ask all the time to anyone is, at the end of the day, is like a college kid about to graduate. Are we going to tell them don't graduate because we don't know what the industry will look like? The answer is no. Now, that's what I believe. Most people say it makes no sense. The same thing for us as professionals. The key is be resilient, keep developing your capacity and yourself because the opportunities will always show. Yes, I agree. It was not as crazy as maybe last year that it was a lot of jobs around. At the same time, we still have a lot of people still getting calls, get interviews, get jobs. Not as much as it were maybe like 15 months ago. Yes, I agree. But at the same time, there are a lot of people. So we focus on execution. It's a distraction to waste on, oh, well, this person has a story that it's not relevant. All I care about is you. What do you want, though? At the end of the day, that's all that matters. What do you want? If this is what you want, go for it. It does not matter. Every field can make a case that, well, we don't know what the economy is not relevant. All that is relevant is upskill yourself, keep focus, keep learning. The opportunities naturally come because those are the things you and I can control. It's a waste of time to put energy on what you cannot control, really. What you can control is you improving yourself, developing your capacity. And I think so that's where I answer it for most people. Keep developing yourself, keep improving yourself. And I do the same thing myself in every area. Keep developing, keep learning. The opportunities are always there, but we need to be prepared too as a whole. So um let's interview. Yeah, we talked about the lions then already. Okay, transitioning from other field. A lot of people I've seen you you're an Uber driver, you were a geologist, you're a medical person, you're transportation. It's not relevant. All I need is somebody locked in. Locked in meaning I'm all in this process. Zero distraction. If that is you, I think you stand a chance, no doubt. Lock in. The next 2 months of your life, we've all taken care of everybody. This is your time. Treat you. Focus on you for 2 months. Disappear. Zero distraction. Um, that's it, really. Just lock in. This is what you want. That's it. It's not really anything else is not relevant to me, really. If it is what you want, then let's go all in. That's all. I'm not worried about anything else. If you tell me, you know what, I want this, I'm going to put the work, that's all I need. The rest is not relevant, really, because I know if we lock in, you will do well. And I'll tell you one thing that makes me excited when my team, my community, they get a job, they go to a place to work. Nobody shrinks because honest truth is that there's nothing that your environment will bring up that will throw you off balance. It rarely happens. I mean, I've not seen it. Occasionally, they might have unique acronym for their own business. They might call it something else, which is okay. Every company would have a name they give their customer or their whatever, or the acronym for their own unique businesses. But in terms of the core of the features, the functionality of what we are doing, you would be fine. You hold your ground. That's the beautiful thing because your stamina, your resilience would have been built with this program. In a way, you'll be surprised yourself. So, but put the work though, no shortcut. We have a lot of tons of resources for everybody on this call. Please go to skillway.com/resources. Let me share that link just for information's sake. It's really, really a good space to kind of get you started. Let me share that screen real quick, and you see what I mean. It's a very good resource page for you all. So just go to skillway.com/resource. Let me share that screen so you can see what that looks like for us. And you'll see a lot of amazing resources there. You can see here we have resources. We even right now you can get someone to review your resume. You can check our template. You can see our free ebooks. Just go there and get soaked up with amazing knowledge. It's amazing. I know you can tell me, well, I can go Google stuff, chat GPT stuff, and all that. That's fine. But this has been done in a way that it has put everything together in a meaningful way in terms of what you really need to know from an industry point of view. And that's the beauty of this. So go to this site a lot, download all those materials, and just leverage them as much as you can. That's why we develop it for you, really. So take advantage of it and make the best out of it, as a whole. Okay, let's go back to this and we'll be out of here in we have okay, we are almost wrapping up. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we have a lot of free courses also. We have our Skillwith YouTube page also. Feel free to jump on that. We have mobile application. Download our mobile app on the platform also, and this makes your life easy. Um, this let's see. Okay, another question is: U.S. citizenship required to do cyber? Not really, except you are doing government job, Department of Defense. Maybe they will ask, but for regular job, no, you don't. Green card is needed. I believe work authorization in some cases, if it's not any government project, then I think you should be fine. Technical requirement, laptop to use, any laptop is fine. Mac or Windows, anyone is fine. Search line, again, we are aggressive. Just go all in immediately to start applying for a job immediately. Some factors affecting job placement. Again, if you don't apply, it's fair to say you will not be called for a job, right? So just be aggressive, apply, and we'll guide you in all those process also. You have the program lifetime. Even after 1 year, it expires. All you need is send email, and we would always renew it. Not a big deal at all. We support you. You have questions, go to info at Skillwith. We're always here to support you. We have session 101. You can book that session also. It's just talking about a platform. We are here for our community. Just as long as you put the work, I think we'll be fine together as a team. So not worried about that. Time zone, all our programs, the time zone is in US Central Time. So the time zone is US Central Time for all the program we have. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else. All right, this is another question people ask a lot. The payment plan option, just go to the website and you can select the drop down and you have the payment plan option available there. And that's it. If you jump in immediately, we have a coupon code you can use. Hopefully it still works. If it doesn't work, let us know. We can work that out for you. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's all we got. So let me open the floor. Please go ahead and ask all your questions. Let's see. Okay, somebody said, okay, are the classes 3 times a week or once a week? Okay, the classes are typically 3 times a week, and I will quickly share that timeline with you so you can see that information real quick. So it's Saturdays, Sundays, and on Wednesdays. So 3 times a week for the next 6 weeks. But before you know it, the time flies so quick. You'll be done with it. So all right, welcome James from Princeton. All right, I got that question. Let's see another one here. What are the job prospects for this role in Canada? We've had quite a number of success in Canada also. Canada and US, really, in my opinion, we are very similar. Of course, we might have more opportunity in the US, but we are similar. You know, and don't jump on me on we are similar. Let's leave politics for now, okay? But I think we are similar. All right. We share a lot of things in common. Okay, somebody said, what certification do we need to do to complement this training? I like that. One of the big ones for us is C-Risk. We also offer CompTIA prep class. Everybody on this call, we do a prep class for C-Risk. It's a GRC certification from ISACA on risk. So I think it's a good one, and we're going to start offering that sometime likely in October. So just be part of that. You'll love it, and we stand a chance of 90% to pass. So but practice a lot. We have a lot of past questions we use to practice. We'll teach the class, then we practice a lot, and in 4 weeks you'll be ready to go write the exam. So, yep, more questions, please. More questions. If you don't mind, please like us on YouTube real quick so that we can have more people get to see this info session. If you don't mind, go ahead and ask your questions. We're waiting. Go ahead and ask the questions. Yeah, we kick off this Saturday. Yes, this Saturday, and it will be. Trust me, you would have a blast. It will be one of the most impactful career moments for you, especially when you put the work. You would really feel empowered, and it's a transferable skill set. It's something the confidence you get from the program can be applied to many skill sets, to be honest. And also, we use AI a lot to give you a heads up because that's the new world, right? So we're going to use AI to fine tune things to make our life more efficient. All of us can agree. Those that use AI are the ones that would supersede people that are just users without making efficiency to be deep with AI tools too. And in our community, we are very big on automating and using skills that can make us successful. Okay, somebody said, what happens if I'm absent for one class due to, oh, we absolutely, not a big deal. If you're absent, the videos are recorded, you have access to everything. Then in our groups, we also meet weekly. So within your group, you guys decide when you meet. Week one, we already put you in a group and we have fun with it. We start assigning groups to us, and it becomes your core family, really. Eventually we become families in this in our community. We have that deep relationship. It's not just it's a meaningful professional relationship we always develop. in 6 weeks. You'll be surprised because there'll be people you're meeting every week, you're talking. Some of them, and I've seen this over and over again, some of the people working, they will refer other people to come to the same job they got an opportunity from. Some might be, I got declined a role that I applied to, and I'm telling my other guys, hey guys, go apply also, even though I didn't get it. So we look out for each other too in the community, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's see another one. Does CompTIA look good on GRC resume? Okay, here's my take, right? In the past, and I'll be transparent, in the past, I was never a guy that liked certification things, even though I had a lot of them because I was with the big four then and they paid for it. So, but I realized that most times it does not reflect your knowledge really. Yes, you might make a case that it shows that you're active on your career and all that stuff. But, you know, we have a lot of people with certification. When I became a leader and I started hiring people and I realized a lot of people that were crappy had all these papers and they couldn't do the job though. So, and that's the experience of a lot of leaders too. So over time, uh, then it became less meaningful when I realized also people even do it for other people. Then it even made it more less meaningful in my opinion right then. But over time, I realized, especially when there's competition, it helps to kind of put a little swag. Your skill first, you can do the job. Then I see, okay, you have a certification also. Okay, yeah, I can live with that, right? So it's not a bad thing, I think, in general. So we should strive towards a certification, then it forces you to expand your knowledge base. So that's another good thing. So CompTIA Security Plus, we are partners with them. I think it's a good certification. See risk for sure. Everybody on this call, you should do it, I think. So that one is a good one. Let's another one. Okay, somebody said an associate role, you know, what will be different when you start the job? Is it better to, okay, I like this question. Okay. Don't judge me. Don't hold this against me. Don't get crazy on me. Okay. But I'll still say it anyway. So the reality is this: if you come in as an associate or a senior associate, I, as a manager, my expectation would not change. I'll still expect you to deliver, right? And execute excellence. It doesn't make a difference. So the only one I'll say, don't touch for now, don't touch manager role, don't touch a lead role, maybe, right? We might just skip those two. But if you tell me you can put the discipline and work, it doesn't matter whether it's senior or lead analyst. It doesn't matter whether it's senior analyst. It doesn't make a difference because the truth is that the only difference is the salary. Nothing is more frustrating at times when you realize, oh, you know what, I'm doing more work than my senior analyst, and he or she is making 20 grand more than me. Then you're now frustrated and getting mad. Hey, you're not going to blame them, right? So it does not matter. If you like, call me whatever name. If the pay makes sense, then I think it's okay to don't give me a big title and you pay me nonsense, right? That's the way I look at it. If it's if it doesn't matter, call me analyst, call me whatever, senior, do the job, execute, use your resources, use your people, use your tools to make you seasoned. Don't play games in terms of excellence, right? If your name is going to be on anything, commit today now that it has to be excellence. With that mindset, you always win. You cannot lose, to be honest, because you prepare a lot and you put the work, and it shows. Because a lot of people are mediocres. That's the truth. I'll tell you from a perspective of a worker and a leader. So I can tell you, 70, 80% of people, maybe 80% are mediocres. They don't. They just do bare minimum. So when you see 10, 20% or 15% of people put excellence and pride in their work and put work, it's people notice quickly, leadership notice quickly, and it reflects most times, really. Okay, let's another one. Please ask for the question. Let's see. Uh, okay, somebody said, all right, thank you, James. We'll take that feedback. All right, I did a couple of hands on, but did not get certificate. Do you offer certificate? We offer certificate, absolutely. I mean, certificate of attendance of the program, and we can give a transcript. People have used the certificate a lot to apply for many things, including NIW. They've applied for grants, whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll give you certificates, and we can print transcript of what you learned in general. Now, the condition I give those things out is I go back and check to make sure you actually, because I track all your courses. You've taken all the quiz, you've taken all the classes, then I give you, of course. If you've not done it, then I would not be inclined to give that certificate, right? Because you didn't put the work, and I would not like to misrepresent you, right? So, okay. Any other question, folks? Thank you so much for your time, folks. Don't forget, please, if you don't mind, it helps our channel. Please strike the like button, and I look forward to having you guys August 9th. It will be fun, folks. You'll really, really have a meaningful, impactful session with us. And without wasting your time, letting you get back to work, Godspeed, keep doing great things, and always remember, impossible is
where
nothing. Talk
dreams
soon, everybody.
belong.
Bye.
From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skillweed Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement, where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Oh, 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 feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement, where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skillweed Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement, where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time.